Twitch. It's okay. The date's just wrong on Twitch.
Let me see it.
Should I stop it and rename it? Well, look at it really first. Look at it first.
Oh, we look so
Oh,
good. We look so good.
And we can maybe make the map bigger.
Thank you.
If you want it bigger, yeah, the overlay is great.
For now.
It turned out so good.
It looks so good. All right,
But you see,
we're live.
you see what I mean about the
Hi, everybody.
you see what I mean about the pictures, the little character pictures, and then so we can just you guys look at that in the picture later. But we can also make the map bigger.
Yeah. So
I can make the map bigger right now too if we want.
No, I think we're good.
Yeah, I don't know why it did that.
Well, I think we should get started since we're live.
What?
We're live right now?
Yeah, we're live.
This is a trip, though, like looking at it and seeing that there's a delay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
All right, Aaron, you want to take us away?
Do you have
I think you have to make sure you set the screen to the front. If you do that, I think you'll fix it.
Thing, don't you?
You talking to me?
I don't know anything about
This is freaking cool, though.
Yeah, if you take
Holy
that,
crap, this is awesome.
if you take that skin and you pull it all the way to the top, I think it would fix the problem.
It's stretched out as far as it can right now for me.
I know. I'm talking about your layers. So you've got like all these layers of images, and you need to make sure that the skin is the first layer and not the back layer.
It is the first layer. And so I see what you're saying. The first yeah, I don't know how to make that the first layer though for on an OBS thing.
Yeah, he did it on his. He did it on
I
that
have to go
video.
to TJ's thing so I can find us.
He's like, make sure you make it the front layer. Let me see.
Let me watch that video again. Yeah, find the time where it's at.
Find it.
Well, I think it looks great, guys.
Oh yeah. We're being streamed right now.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, this is our old video. How do I see?
Well,
I don't have a Twitch account.
you just go to his main page and it's streaming live.
Yeah, you just gotta go to
Are you looking at my Facebook account for the link, Matt?
It's your old one. It's our old one.
Yeah, just a second. I'll give you the link to the new one.
I put it in Hangouts.
Okay, under the sources.
Okay.
Hangouts.
Under the sources, you're gonna like right click on the overlay layer.
Sure.
And you're gonna do the order.
Order. Okay. Oh, gotcha. Oh.
And that should fix it.
It fixed that one. I gotta move it up all the way up. Let's see. What's the control up? Okay.
You okay?
It's a game. It's a game. We're watching.
Aaron, what do you think about speaking giant? That be something I could learn in my travels? Or does it need to be some background with more
man, there we go.
All right.
Or maybe, what is this? Undercommon? Underdark traders?
So, since we're live, do we want to get started?
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know they can hear me.
Let's go poke some orcs.
We can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you, Matt.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Red bard beans.
If you don't want us to hear us, you
Nice.
can mute it.
All right, who wants to give us a little bit of a recap where we left off, where we're currently at?
I did it last time, and I don't think somebody that's better at the recap should do it. Especially since we're live.
I think since Rivali is occupied, it should I guess it's either Blaine or me or Katya.
I guess I can give it this week. So last week we finished defeating the orcs and returning the ancient armor to the necromancer of what was his name?
of languages.
Hamun Coast.
Yeah, Hamun Coast. And he gave us some magic items, and we have started our way back to Phandalin to begin our next stage of the to complete some outstanding tasks that we have there.
All right, and you met Olga and Nolan.
Yep, the stonemasons and stonecarvers and his wife.
Something.
Yep. And we ended, and it's getting. What time of day was it again? I don't remember now.
I think we made it through the night.
Right, and so I think you guys are about a half a day, I want to say, or was it a closer to a full day outside of?
I thought we were coming up on the town, like we could see it off in the distance, but maybe I'm mistaken.
I think we're like
Yes, yeah.
3/4
You're
day
coming up to the
travel.
town, but yeah, I thought it was like a 3/4 day-ish. So it's like early evening right now. Is that correct?
I'm happy with that. Yeah.
Well, if we're going to make it all the way to the town,
Well, we're gonna retcon it now. All right. Sounds good. Okay, do we have everybody? Where's Haley?
Haley will be here in just a minute.
I think we did it. How's it look?
All right.
What do you think,
All
TJ?
right, I'm gonna look at the.
Did you send the link?
Yeah, in Hangouts. I can drop it here in
Yeah,
Discord
there it
too.
is.
Okay. Dang.
Oh yeah. Okay. Good. And then I sent a link as well, but that'll be for later.
Yeah, do not click on Aaron's link.
Oh, the appspot.com one?
The one, the Google Docs.
Discord.
Hey, that was so easy.
Yeah.
Well, there's a couple of them from Aaron. There's the Twitch TV one, and then there's the other one,
The Twitch you can click on.
but not the.
Not the other one.
Okay, don't click on that. All right.
It says do not click on it, I believe, in the text.
I don't see that on mine.
No. That's a different one, TJ. That one was sent to you directly.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I was wondering. Okay, cool. Perfect.
That one is for you. Yeah, in just a little bit.
Cool. I was getting confused. I saw it pop up on Hangouts and I thought in the group chat.
No problem. All right. So you guys, it's early evening. It's still fairly light outside, but you guys are approaching. Nice.
Sorry.
You're approaching the city, and coming down the trail, you kind of notice something a little bit different. There are on either side of the road a couple of small sort of wooden shacks built, really small. They look like they've just been sort of slapdash together, and standing in the middle of the roadway, there are about there's 4 or 5 men, and they kind of are grouped together talking to each other, blocking the roadway, wearing red jackets over some armor.
Does the red or the color of red like bear any resemblance to the red brand that we saw in the city before?
Yeah, so the closer you get, the more you realize, yeah, these are red brands. They are posted up like right at the entrance of the city, and this is really the only entrance and exit. So you guys approach, and you see one of them in particular, kind of a tall, very muscular one, turns and says, "Halt!"
Do we recognize any of them from our earlier interaction?
These all of the red brands. No. This is. Oh, that's right. You guys had a.
Yeah, I killed one.
Particularly. Yeah. Let me see.
They took one out. I was You were sick, asleep, and I was having technical difficulties.
So you recognize one of the shorter guys in the back kind of steps behind and away, and he like whispers something, and you kind of see all of them sort of put their hand on their swords, but the one in front says he puts his hand up. Halt! State your business.
Well, hello. We've just come from an errand for the mayor, and we have taken care of the orc problem that he asked us explicitly to take care of, and we are on our way back to report to him.
He eyes you kind of sideways for a minute. I believe Harbin Wester is waiting for you. Please go directly to his office.
How many of them are there?
So there's like 5 in the road, but you see like these shacks. They're not, like I said, they're not very big. They're maybe like just like a 6 foot by 6 foot like guard station.
Okay, I was picturing like outhouse, so 6 foot's bigger than that. Still.
You kind of hear. I mean, it's small,
Yeah.
but you kind of hear the creaking of floorboards in both of them.
Okay. So more of them than us.
More. I mean, there's more than 5. You get the sense, but whether there's one in each of those buildings or 5 more, you're not quite sure.
Okay. So when he tells us to move straight to the mayor's, I give Blaine a side eye and see if he says or does anything.
I don't look happy that I have to go through these mobsters to get into town, but at this moment, without further information, I'm going to just go through because I don't want to start anything.
All right.
What is their reaction to Rivali?
So when he comes through, they just they're all looking at him like, what is this? Which Rivali is sort of the general reaction you get from people.
I'm used to it.
Like most of the time. Yeah, you're kind of used to it. Like, not people like necessarily being negative, but more like, what in the world is going on right now?
I mean, I'm an exotic creature. It's natural.
That's pretty much true. Yep. Hold on, guys. I got a kid whose show just ended.
Ooh.
I'd loan you my headbands, but
we should make an overlay as well. That's like taking break, be back in like.
Yeah.
I can.
Yeah.
I'd like to make like a
GIF
slide thing that goes through on the map screen that has our character sheets and backstory stuff, and so it always has active stuff. And then we can make some scenes for like before we get on, and DM child break.
Yeah. We need like a little child break,
like chasing toddlers. Here are kitten videos.
Well, like the let's all go to the movies, popcorn and hot dog. We need a little animated thing that does that, but like taking our kids to the potty.
Yeah.
Taking myself to the potty.
For the 16th time.
Yeah.
I like this mug that you've picked out for us.
Yeah,
I can't see it.
Oh, nice.
We have a BBA cup and we have an Elsa cup.
Nice.
I mean, it's not your almond milk cup, but it's good.
No, that's over there. She's got.
There is almond milk in it.
It's actually chocolate almond milk.
That's
of course it is.
That's all that matters.
Of course it is.
I've been using the almond milk cup.
Yeah.
This is what she brought out.
All right. So as you guys kind of start passing through, it actually just as you pass these makeshift guard stations, you notice that about 3 more red brands filter out of each one. So there's like 11 of them, and they're all now kind of in a group, sort of whispering behind your back, and you kind of hear them. They're just like, yeah, those are the ones, yeah, no, I don't. I hope they just leave. I don't. I basically just hoping that you're not gonna be poking around.
Now that those 6 come out,
So
are
tempted.
any of those 6 ones that I saved?
You were cutting out a little bit there.
Oh, sorry about that. For those 6 that just came out, are any of those the ones I saved?
Hold on.
How many are there?
At this point,
So no, I don't, and none of them are the one that you saved. But as you look at these, like, kind of look back at these 6 that come out, you notice that now all of the people that you guys beat up in the street are there.
well, one of the people we beat up, like he gave healing word or something, and like brought them back from the brink of death.
Didn't they?
Yeah. So with the exception of that guy who probably quit and went back home, they're all there.
Didn't they promise not to?
Like, excuse me, I died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, as I pass those 2 that we beat up and they're still there, I'm gonna just ever so slightly just your friend is doing well since the last time I saw him, and then just keep going.
They just kind of like, they're just glaring.
Just basically reminding them that I saved their lives and I could have let them die.
All right.
I'm
So
gonna-
you guys come into town, and you're starting to walk by Barthen's Provisions, and it's unusually like dark and quiet, but you do see you see kind of some movement, and suddenly out onto the porch comes Sildar Hallwinter, and he walks down into the street and kind of approaches the group. I see you've made it back. There's a lot to talk about, but this is not the place. I'm sure that they've given you specific instructions. Whenever you're able, come back and visit me here as quietly and as covertly as possible.
I nod.
And he just turns and walks back.
Okay. Well, we keep walking down to the mayor.
Okay, so you guys walk. The mayor basically lives kind of at the very end. You guys walk through the town, and it is, where it's early evening. You kind of expect people to be out enjoying the evening air. Maybe eating at the tavern.
We're going to pass by the Shrine of Luck, aren't we?
You are going to pass by the Shrine of Luck. Yep.
I want to keep an eye out to see if I see any movement inside or outside of the shrine as we pass by.
Okay. As you guys pass by the Shrine of Luck, there's no movement in there, but you kind of get like you get a different vibe off the place than you did before. But nothing looks. I mean, it doesn't look any different.
Okay.
So you continue down to the office of Harbin Wester. You're now standing outside. The sign that says, talks about the orcs, that job is still there.
Oh, I will. Is it a paper sign or is it like a wooden sign? There you go.
It's a paper, like it's a posted.
Yeah. So I'll pull that down as we walk in.
Okay.
Good job, Mataki. I couldn't reach it.
Are there any new postings on the posting board?
You don't see any new postings, and in fact, there was a lot of other postings on there that weren't really of interest to you, like a few other things about a farmhand, things like that. And the board is actually pretty barren now, except for the one about the orcs. And then there was a posting about the necromancer at Old Owl Well, and that one was signed by Darren Aldermath.
Wasn't there supposed to be a like a wizard or a witch I'm supposed to talk to get a message?
Yeah, we're supposed to go to the Shrine of Luck to see.
Shrine of Luck. But we want to see we want to see the mayor first, and then we can go there afterwards. Okay.
Yeah.
You were told to go to the mayor first.
So as you guys enter the office, again, it's still pretty cramped quarters as it was before. You go in and it's fairly dark in here right now. You do see there seems to be a light on in the back room office where Harbin Wester was. As you approach the office door, the floorboards are squeaking under your feet, and it's very quiet in there. You open the door and you see standing across the room, there's a red brand who is standing. He has his hand on his sword, but he's, standing sort of at attention. And Harbin Wester very stiffly turns and looks at you. Ah, yes, adventurers, please come in. Please come in. It is good to see you again. It has been some time.
Is he sober?
He is extremely sober.
Oh. So I walk up and immediately say, it's good to see you as well. And I pull out my horn and say, last time you shared with me, here, it's my turn to share with you. And I offer him a hit of the tree stuff.
Okay. So he just stares at it and looks over at the red brand, who just nods, and he then takes it, uncorks it, and he's got a pretty high tolerance for alcohol.
Yeah.
So he's not like drunk, but you can tell that he calms down just a little bit. He's
a little more like the mayor
stiff.
that we know and pretend to love.
Sure. He's not quite so stiff.
Okay.
And he hands it, but he does hand it back to you, and he still kind of looks over at the red brand again.
Okay.
Yes. Have you settled the matter of the orc raids?
We have.
We did it!
Aaron,
Very
are we in
good.
his office or are we still in the entryway?
You are now in his office.
So the red brand is there in his office.
Yes.
It's the red brand in the office, not like outside the door.
Correct. He is in the office with him. In fact, it's not a huge office, so he is literally standing like right behind you guys if you're facing
Who's your friend
the mayor.
over here?
He's this is my new bodyguard. And he kind of like nods, as if like he's seeking approval. His name is tell them your name, he says to the red brand. And the guy he just kind of looks and just shrugs his shoulders and kind of doesn't matter.
And like extend my hand out. Nice to meet you.
We can't hear you.
He's extending his hand.
It's because I'm not saying anything.
Yeah.
He just kind of stares at you.
Okay.
I think Mataki should roll an intimidation check.
That is, I have your gold. You see, please accept this offering with the grateful hearts of the town of Phandalin. And he holds out a sack, and it has. How much did we say it was?
I don't know. What does the sheet say that we ripped off of the wall?
Well, that's what I'm looking up.
I thought it was.
I had it. It was a lot of money.
I thought it was 100.
I think it was 100 gold.
Yeah.
I thought that's what I saw.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 100 gold.
Cool.
So he hands you a sheet of 100. Who's receiving this?
I'll reach my hand out, take it, open it, check,
Of course.
assuming it's accurate, and then put it in my bag.
Okay. And as he kind of reaches out, he reaches out and hands you the sack with one hand, and he has both hands out though, and
I'm still standing in front of the.
he's going to. Sorry, go ahead.
Trying to
I said I'm still kind of standing in front of the red brand, like staring at him. Just.
He's just staring right past you. And Matake,
Yes, sir.
Matake, he sleight of hand hands you a note, and he is not seen by the guard. If you will open the link that I sent you, it said do not open this.
Yeah, word. I was waiting for a sign to do anything because I didn't want to make things worse. Matake was being surprisingly just a little bit
Cautious?
more cautious than historically has been true.
Well, Mel is standing in front.
I
of
will
the
thank him for the payment and inquire if there's any more tasks that the town of Phandalin needs.
Well, no. We seem to have been blessed with a recent surge in security forces by our friends, the Red Brand Security Forces. And he again nods to the Red Brand.
Well, thank you very much for your time. It seems that there is very little work left in this town for us. So we will be saying goodbye to a few folks, and then we will be on our way.
Was the ramp?
That sounds like a very good plan.
Was the red
Thank you for
brand
your time here.
soldiers? Were they already here when you guys were here first?
Yeah, they
Okay.
were. And
Okay.
we had a scuffle.
Because
And-
Mayor just seems like it's like they're here by force, and he's just kind of like going with the flow.
He's kind of acting.
This is
different,
different.
than he acted last time.
But you don't know that, so maybe we should
Yeah.
just.
But in general, okay. Well, you can explain.
All right. So I thank him. Look.
Can we have like a team conversation and
Like a powwow.
Well, we
Yeah.
should
maybe I'll
exit.
have to
Let's go play that out, and then.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys can go out.
I'm gonna, as
and have a
we're
conversation.
filtering out, I'm gonna lean back and. First off, what was the name of the inn that we stayed at the first time we were here? Was that the Stonehill Inn, correct?
It's in my other book.
I think that's correct.
Because I know there was two of them.
Yeah,
I think
there
we stayed
were
at the
two.
Stonehill. Okay, so
There was one that had a funny name.
let's.
I don't
So as
remember
we
what
leave the
it
room,
gonna-
I say that we do owe a visit to
Sister Gary.
the sister at the Shrine of
Yeah.
Luck. I think that might be an appropriate place for us to decide where we are going next.
I agree.
And I try to say that with a heavy lace of just follow me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I miss her. I was hoping
I
we
will
get to see.
also say that it is late, so we will probably spend the night at the
Stonehill Inn.
Stonehill Inn. It was a nice stay the last time we were in town.
Very much so. And I walk towards the Shrine of Luck.
Sounds
I
pretty.
will
lucky.
follow.
Okay. As you approach the Shrine of Luck, the lanterns outside are lit. The inside is kind of dark, darker than normal. Normally, there's at least candlelight coming out, and you go in. Once again, there's the bell there that says "Ring the bell for service."
I'll ring the bell.
We're at the Shrine of Luck right now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is there anyone in here? Are there any red brands around? Did we see as we walked in?
Are they following us?
No.
Okay.
No, there's no red brands. You don't appear to be followed, but again, the streets are very like unusually quiet. Normally there would be people out and about, and there aren't. There's nobody. You don't see, or you see kind of people on occasion like hurrying from one place to another, but nobody stops to talk in the middle of the road. So like, you know, if they're traveling, they're going to a tavern, they go straight from wherever they are to the tavern, or from the tavern, they don't, you know, if they see somebody they know, they're not stopping to talk. It's a very strange vibe. As after you ring the bell, you wait for a few minutes. You know that Sister Gariel, typically takes up to 5 minutes before she appears. And as you're waiting, in walks a stout dwarf woman with her hair pulled tightly up into a bun, and she comes out and she says, "Yes, hello? I am Sister Gertrude. How may I be of assistance to you?"
Oh, where is Sister Gariel?
She was detained in Neverwinter on some business. They asked me to fill in for her while she was in the city.
Who asked?
Is there some way I can be of assistance? Do you need healing or perhaps some other services?
We need a place to talk.
Yeah. I also asked her if she could send a message.
You would like to send a message?
Yes, I would like to send a message to a certain paladin order, informing them of my journey.
Yes. Is this? I think I can. This is a service I can provide. What kind of message would you like to send? What would you like it to say?
I'd like to say that my encounters with the necromancer were fine. He seems like a collector, a man who enjoys his goods, and is of no threat to the paladin order.
Okay.
Hugs and kisses.
Yeah, strange happenings.
Volley.
Okay. And who am I sending this to?
Aaron, who's the guy's name? Did we ever come up with a name for the guy, the captain of the? Oh.
You tell me.
His name is Sir Charles Wentworth of the Order of the Phoenix.
Order of the Phoenix.
Sir Charles Wentworth of the Order of the Phoenix. She's writing. She's kind of like writing all this down. Yes, I will send this very shortly. What other services may I provide for you in the temple today? TJ,
Why
if you're
did she
talking
go
to
to
us, we can't hear you.
I know the sister was wearing a Harper pin. Can I see any affiliation, woman?
You do see that Sister Gertrude is wearing a harp as well. And this one has some diamond on it,
Oh snap!
like inlaid.
Okay, so
I would
I'll
like to
play-
ask her why she went to Neverwinter and or what she was doing.
Sorry, I was looking off screen. You're gonna ask?
You are.
Like,
Go for it.
Me? Wait,
No,
me?
no, no, no.
why did she go to? It's Neverwinter.
No, Neverwinter.
Why did she go to Neverwinter, and what has kept her there?
Well, that is her business.
Can I do an insight check, please?
Yeah, go for it. What are you trying to figure out?
I want to see if she is a friend or an ally of Sister Gariel.
Which check are you doing?
I think insight. Is that what I do?
Well, I don't know. I'm curious. I'm so confused
Oh,
about the.
she's wearing a Harper pen.
Yeah, you missed that. She is wearing a Harper pin.
I have 19 for insight.
What's the perception
Okay.
roll again? Is that just a description roll?
Perception
So
is like your environment, I think, right?
Okay.
yeah. So this would be insight, yeah. So I mean, you get the feeling that she's telling the truth. As far as whether she's, an ally or an enemy, it's kind of neutral. She, from her appearance,
She's
from
the
this
snob.
brief interaction, she's yeah, you get the feeling she's kind of like one of those people that's like a hardcore like rules Nazi sort of like
All right.
very straight line individual.
Well, she is a Harper, so she would know if you're Harper.
Kind of like
Or-
Umbridge from Harry Potter, where she's all crazy but super straight.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, very
snap.
Umbridge-esque.
Yeah. How long have you been watching over the
Shrine.
shrine? Did you hear that, Aaron?
I have been here at the shrine for
About for how long?
Just stop talking.
I've been at the shrine for approximately a week. You
Kinda-
seem an inquisitive bunch.
I'm kind of like whispering. Oh, go ahead.
We knew the sister and had some business with her. Staring daggers at you. Open your mouth.
Interesting. What is this business you had with Sister Gariel? She left me no notification that she was to conduct business with anyone.
I am a daughter of the Harpers, and I am looking for information on my brother. We don't know if she was going to have any or not, but we were hoping.
You are a daughter of the Harper. You are an initiate.
That is
Is this the case?
yes.
Interesting. I do not know you, and I know most initiates. However, it is possible that currently she is on her business, taking care of such things. You see, sometimes information does not travel very quickly. However, I recommend you that you, whatever you have with you, keep until she returns.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
I'm like super suspicious
You are welcome.
about everything right now. I kind of want us to like go somewhere, like kind of hide for a second and just kind of observe, because I feel like everything is kind of upside down from the way it should have been.
Shady.
Yeah,
Well,
like
yeah.
really shady right now. Like I'm,
shady.
I mean, after we finish that conversation with her, I'll look
I
to
think we
Blaine
should
to
go.
see if Blaine immediately starts walking towards the inn, or I mean, that's where he said we were going next.
I mean, I guess we have to figure it out, but it may not be a safe place to even talk. Like we need to find some place that's like really that's not being heard.
We can check the room and make sure it's not being bugged.
Because I've never been here, but my spider senses are tingling hardcore.
Squaw sense.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like malting right now. Like it's bad.
All right.
I'm all like nervous
Oh,
about.
I'm gonna
is there
send.
anything else I can?
No, thank you. I didn't realize you were standing
Yeah.
there. Thank you very much. And I turn and walk towards across the street towards the end.
I'm ready to walk
We are-
out.
Have a
Yeah, I
good
walk
night.
out. I just walk out. And...
Yep.
Okay. As you exit the building, you see a halfling, like a fairly young halfling girl, with very sort of like platinum blonde hair, but very, very curly and short, kind of like a platinum blonde curly bob, come sort of running around the building towards you. And she's very, like, you almost don't see her at first, because she's kind of darting around the building and staying close to the wall. And before you even realize it, she's like right up next to you, Amelie, and she kind of pulls on your cloak.
Mm-hmm.
And you're short, but she is really short.
Okay.
And so she kind of tugs on your cloak. Can I speak to you for a moment?
Yes, dear.
I have this note for you from Sister Gariel. She left it.
Oh, you took great risks bringing this to me. Thank you so much. I'm gonna give her a gold coin.
Thank you so much. This isn't necessary, but I do appreciate it. I am Sister Gariel's assistant. I've been here training under her for time, and she was called back to the city of Neverwinter. I'm not sure what's going on. This has never happened before.
Okay. Have
But
the Red Brands
please.
given you trouble?
Oh, yeah, they've been as much trouble as Sister Gertrude is pretty good at keeping them at bay. She has gone toe to toe with them a couple of times, never violently, but they stay out of her path. But
I can.
anyway,
Are we all
I
hearing
can't
this?
talk to you for long. I'm yes, you're all right there. I'm now assisting Sister Gertrude, and I don't know that I should even be talking to you or passing this note to you, but please
Go. Take care of your family.
take this note and let me know if there's anything else you need.
I will. Thank you very much.
Well, what if we stayed with her, like in secret?
And she kind of runs off back down around the building and sort of disappears.
She seems
So
like
you can go ahead and open the link.
I don't think I want to open it out in public. I want to go
Okay.
somewhere private.
that
before-
girl seems like the only person that is probably trustworthy in the town at the moment.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get. Well, she vouched for Sister Gertrude, so that's good news. I go across the street to the inn and inquire about 2 or 3 rooms.
Okay. So you're going to the
Stonehill
is it the
Inn.
Stonehill Inn?
Yeah.
Okay. So you walk into the Stonehill Inn, and the furniture in the Stonehill Inn looks like it was busted into pieces and then pieced back together again.
Now, do we all go
Um,
in, or is it just Mitake?
If you're following me, that's your choice.
I'm inside with him.
Because I kind of want to sit or stand right outside the inn at this point.
Just people watch.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, up to you guys.
I'm inside.
You're inside.
Okay.
Okay. So you go in and you see Toblin Stonehill again. He's getting drinks and everything actually seems fairly normal in here, other than the fact that it looks like a bunch of the furniture was busted up and then kind of pieced back together. You go in and people seem to be having a good time in here. You don't see any red brands, but yeah, I mean, there's music. It seems all right. So you come in and Toblin sees you. Oh, hello again. Oh, what is it I can do for you? Welcome back.
Well, we would like a few rooms, 2 or 3 if you can spare them.
Yes, well, I have the large group room available. However, there is one of the private suites has been taken. I have a room with 2 beds, and then I have another room that has 8 beds.
We'll take the group room.
Okay, and that will be 10 silver.
And for dinner and drinks for my party?
He kind of looks around. If I believe you to be the people you are, dinner and drinks are on me tonight. The 10 silver will suffice.
Very well. I will hand him.
And he doesn't. He kind of hands you the key. Are you gonna hand him the silver?
Yeah, I'm gonna actually pay him 15 silver.
Okay.
I want to lean in and say, could you perhaps tell us who has the adjoining rooms to ours?
I don't feel comfortable doing that. If somebody were to ask in an adjoining room who was staying in yours, I don't believe that you would appreciate if I was divulging that information either.
Roll a persuasion check. Persuasion.
I wish to inquire. It's like we do not wish to know his identity. I just wish to know, is he of new town guard variety? With a persuasion of 24.
Attaboy.
I see what you mean. No. He appears to be somebody traveling from out of town.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
So we go up to the rooms, close the door. I would like to make I don't know, do I need to make a perception check to tell if we can't be heard?
Yeah,
Does anybody have like whisper or like the cone of silence?
I want to do a perception check for sure.
Cone of silence.
There is.
What is that they say on Critical Role? Is cone of whisper or zone of whisper, something like that.
I rolled a
so
6.
that all the characters.
I rolled a 16 perception
You got a
check.
6?
No, 16
Okay, 16
in the room.
Okay. I mean, yeah. Does anybody want to help him? We only need to roll. You can roll at advantage if somebody helps you.
Yes.
Basically.
We're all looking.
Okay.
We're all on edge.
16's good. 16's pretty good anyway. Nothing seems out of the ordinary in this room. It's kind of like the last time you stayed here. It seems pretty peaceful. This inn is like it's busy. It's busier than it was last time you were here, and it was busy last time. But last time there were fewer rooms available, or I mean, more rooms available. This time there's fewer. So,
Does somebody have detect magic?
I do. It's prepared.
I don't know if you want to burn a spell slot for that.
I don't know if you do either. But I think Mahekimel has it.
Let's just have our conversation.
Okay.
I'm just gonna start talking. I say, well, obviously we have business to attend to, and I let everybody know that, as you can probably imagine, the mayor was not himself. He did pass me this note, letting me know that the Red Brands are stationed under the old mansion. But that if they find out that he gave me this note, they will most likely kill him. They have obviously increased their influence over the city and have taken control of it. We could go through this town one by one, taking them out, but I think the most expedient way to end this is to go to the heart of the problem. These are mercenaries. If there is no one left to pay them, they will not continue to molest the city.
Yeah, we gotta cut the head off.
But what about you? You have something? You have a note you need to read.
Yes. So that sweet girl gave me a note from Sister Gariel, and she let me know that she is a little weary of her replacement. So she said just be very cautious, and that there's strange things happening with the Order of the Harpers. I was wondering if we could challenge them to some sort of I don't know, battle royale or something.
You can only challenge
reduce the numbers.
You can only challenge people with honor. The only way to reduce these numbers is to start a fight.
I mean, could we have our girl Katia over here go rogue on them and stealthy kill some?
We could absolutely do any of those things, but I think our best way.
Right now, it just seems this whole place is shady as heck.
No,
and,
for sure.
And I feel like a lot of our movements should not be super loud and
I'm sure they're tracking us.
Yeah.
And
the best thing for us to do is for us to try and confuse them about our whereabouts, to buy us enough time to make our way to the old manor.
Does that mean we need to split up?
So I obviously didn't go to the farm. Would the folks that went to the farm for the burial, would they have told us about their son that saw the trapdoor out in the woods?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
They would have.
So
yeah, I believe they did tell you about it.
I say that we should try to make our way there, find this trapdoor, find our back way in. The difficulty is that even though we didn't see anybody, we don't know that we weren't being followed. We need to slowly make our way out of this inn, possibly even cause a distraction to try and draw their attention while we make our way over to their stronghold. But the question is what is the best way to draw their attention? I mean, it would be fun to go find a few of them, start a bar fight, while everyone else goes and tries to find this trap door, but that leaves one of us outside.
I have an idea. Perhaps we can visit Barthen at his provisions, and perhaps inquire aid from some of the.
I like it. I don't think we should all go.
I don't think we should all go either. I think only a few should go.
Agreed. Because he has some. With his, who were they? We might find Sildar there. We might find some of the others that we have interacted with who might be of aid and dislike the current regime.
So when we first came into town, DM question, there was a place they told us not to go because that's where all of the
Red Brands stay. That was the Stonehill Inn.
Is that where we are right now?
No, that's not right.
No. That was the Sleeping Giant, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is it?
Okay, yeah.
Let me
It was a
let me look.
bar.
Is that the name of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. The
Yeah, it's
giant.
like the
That's on the way to the manor. Okay. Cool. So we could easily sneak up on the Sleeping Giant from the Bargain Provisions and maybe have some fun there.
Why are we going to attack a few of them when we could just go to the stronghold at the manor?
Because if we all go straight to the stronghold,
we will die.
they will most likely see us.
Mm.
If we start a fight, then they're going to be looking at the fight.
And then what?
And then the rest of us make our way to the stronghold.
Yes. Which is why I suggest a few of us may
If
go
we can
visit
invest
Barthen
in
and perhaps have one of
Yep.
And that way we do not lose one of
Our
the terms. We don't split the party.
Do we have any idea how many there are? How
We
many?
know there's at least 12.
just on the road there were 12.
No, on the road there was 11, plus the manor house had, or the mayor had 1.
And they've obviously got to have more, both in the Sleeping Giant and in the manor.
Mm-hmm.
Question for the DM. I've been outside, just kind of hanging out. If I see anything strange going on outside,
Oh, you're hanging out outside?
Yeah.
You're not even.
We all forgot about
conversation.
I totally forgot he was there.
Because people in there, so I didn't really want to go in at the time, and I was a little nervous. So I've been outside.
If he's outside, I'm gonna come out and get him. And when I do, I'm gonna walk towards the Shrine of Luck, and then I'm gonna cast message towards
Sending.
no
message.
Okay.
Towards Corinne and tell her I accept, and then I'm gonna bring Mahatmel inside.
Okay. You get a one word response. Okay.
Okay.
Dude, she is scared.
I'm gonna bring him upstairs.
But we still haven't resolved whether or not Mel's on.
Okay.
Yeah.
You cut him off.
Sorry.
I'm just following her up the stairs.
So while you were out there waiting, it was mostly just more of the same. You see people kind of hurriedly walking. You do see an occasional red brand walking from one building to another. And at one point, right before Amelie comes to get you, you see what appears to be sort of a changing of the guard, where there's you see about 6 red brands walking from the center of town, coming from the direction of the Sleeping Giant Tavern, and walking out towards the edge of the city. And then you watch as they sort of the red brands that were at the edge kind of walk past and go back towards the Sleeping Giant.
What time?
Yeah. What time is it right now?
It's actually getting pretty dark, and so people are eating. It's maybe like 6 or 7 o'clock.
Okay, just trying to figure out
time frame.
The guard exact time in case I need to know later.
So, since we've decided that not everybody's going to go, Matake is going to go downstairs and...
Wait, before you go, I'm going to let everyone know that Corinne is trustworthy, but she is small. I mean, we may be able to get her aid, but I don't know if we should.
I don't think we should.
That is the little girl you talked to?
Yeah.
I do not feel comfortable putting someone so young in danger.
I say we start with the warrior who we found in the cave, who more or less owes us his life.
Yes.
I think that person is trustworthy enough, and I say we start there.
Okay.
But I think that the sneaky of us should go, and perhaps also the smallest of us, and I blatantly stare at you and at Katya, should go.
Ladies' night.
I do not.
And when I say go, I point to the window, not to the stairs.
Like we did last time I fell out the window.
Maybe you'll be better this time.
It didn't go well.
A lot of noise.
I hear that pain is a good teacher.
Hey, well.
Well, and I start walking downstairs if they're done talking.
Acrobatics? Stealth?
Yeah, are you guys gonna go then?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna make my way downstairs.
We're gonna sneak out the window or try. So I'm gonna.
Just roll stealth.
Okay. So
That's good.
Yeah. That would be a 24.
Natural 20.
Woo!
Actually, I'm gonna. Are you carrying her?
That's what I was thinking.
No.
There was like a tree outside before, wasn't there?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I wasn't carrying her.
Can you just climb down the?
Yeah, there was a.
I don't think there was a tree.
There isn't a tree outside.
Was there?
I don't remember now.
I don't know.
Because you just flew.
Can I roll
that's
a
right,
Can I roll a
did.
nature check and build and grow a tree? Is that a thing?
So I guess
No.
I guess I will have to carry her out. So that means I roll at
Oh,
disadvantage.
maybe Balthazar.
Roll stealth at disadvantage.
Oh, it's still pretty good. I got 20 total.
An unnatural
Okay.
20.
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20.
We need
Yeah.
like foghorns for that.
Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, that would get annoying really fast.
Really what?
If I did that noise, I mean.
Yeah.
Okay, so all right. So with your unnatural 20, you both the window is small. Again, it's kind of like a porthole almost, but you kind of wiggle through and climb out. And Katya, you kind of squeeze through there too, and you get through, and she kind of, grapples onto you again, and off you go. So let's do that in a minute. So what is everybody else doing then?
I'm going downstairs and I'm trying to be. I mean, Mitake can be pretty loud.
Why don't you put on a show?
Yeah, but basically that. Oh, it's a fantastic idea.
I know.
So last time we were in town, when we were at the inn and we'd come back from destroying some things, we did a song for them and told them of our tale. So I turn to Blaine and I say, "Are you familiar with a band that play an instrument kind of like yours? I believe they were called the Murphys, the Kick. No, that's not it. What was that group's name? I'm alluding to Dropkick Murphys.
We're going out to Boston.
Yep. So I'm picturing more of an Irish fighting song style performance for the evening.
What do you think about Flogging Molly?
No, Dropkick Murphys. They're like Flogging Molly.
Yeah.
I think I can get with that.
Okay.
I can pull out my bagpipes and start playing a nice tune.
Yep.
Plan is.
So
So you guys go down there. There was somebody in the corner playing a harmonica, and you go down and start blasting your bagpipe.
No, I'll just walk over and I'm like, look at the person. I'm like, nice. Follow my lead. And I start going to town and playing some nice like Celtic rock music as Mitake starts singing his story.
And I tell the tale of the I leave out the necromancer and the zombies, but I tell the tale of the cursed armor and the orc king, and how we felled them and
how you almost became the king of the orcs.
and how
But you couldn't because you had to return to your love.
no, that wasn't it. But yeah, so we tell a story. Do you make a performance check?
Okay. Yep. Go ahead, both of you roll, and because both of you are rolling at advantage, so whoever has the highest roll.
So both at advantage, or just
No. Both of you roll one performance check.
Yep.
That
was a 22.
Good thing you can carry us because that's a 6.
All right, good enough. All right, guys, we got to take a pause. I'm gonna have to take 5 minutes. I got to put Benson in bed, and I got to talk to Liz.
Okay. All
right, cool.
Break time.
See you.
Break.
Break. Yeah. So the two of you went downstairs. They took off.
For some reason,
Yeah, so kind of the idea, Matt, what I want to go for, they take off, we make a big scene, and then I'm going to get food and like get 2 extra plates to take up to the room. Say the ladies weren't feeling well or whatever. Like, we're trying to draw attention to ourselves in the sense that, hey, look, everybody, we're right here in the inn. Like,
So, all right. So me and I forgot what's the other. I forgot the bird. What's his character's name?
Rivali.
Yeah, me and Rivali are supposed to follow you down.
That's totally up to you. The 2 of us are playing music in the lobby. Hey.
Daddy,
What?
What?
What's like this little thing? Who did that? Beauty and the Beast. So okay if we watch like a different movie.
A different movie? What did mommy say? Oh, mommy says no.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna go down there, looking and feeling very awkward
Cool.
because I feel like I'm supposed to.
Yeah, we're taking a
That's
break.
part of the plan. I'm not very good at. Yeah, that's the thing is I'm not very good at like strategy stuff. I'm not that intelligent.
Oh, he's not. I mean, I'm okay. I've got a positive intelligence, so
No,
that's
I'm
something.
not. Like my intelligence is terrible. So like I'm really good at like recognizing things just because of all the things I've seen over my lifetime. Strategy and things like that. My character is not any good. So I'm pretty sure I'm just going downstairs and and awkwardly because I don't know what to do when people are playing Irish rock music either.
Well, you can try talking to somebody. I mean,
Yeah, that's
or
what I'll do.
eating some food. I mean, we were offered free food and drink. So,
Oh, I didn't hear that when I was standing outside.
oh, you didn't? That's funny.
I didn't hear that. But I'm sure you would have filled me in by this point.
I hope somebody would have. How are the kids doing?
Good. Kind of dropped Isley in the toilet a little bit.
Our mic's not muted.
Oh. Hi.
Yeah, we just all heard that. Just to point out that
I don't know
fact.
what you said, but-
Well, yeah. Hashtag
Parenting.
parenting.
I didn't hear what you said. You
It's
can
all
probably
right.
hear
It was funny though.
They're sad because they're not playing.
Oh, is everybody doing bedtime right now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, they've been in bed, but was like, why are we not playing? We wanted to play Animals and Enchantment.
So what's happening? What are we doing?
You 2 are sneaking out, and
Where are we going? I didn't follow.
the Arthan's provisions.
What do you mean?
Corey,
I thought we were going to
Corey and I didn't go to Barthen's Provisions last time.
the manor.
No, you were
Are we
there
going
in
to the
road.
secret?
He approached us and said, "Hey,
Yeah, I
come
know.
back here
I
discreetly."
know. I'm saying like last.
She's been inside the house before. She snuck in and followed him when we were first here.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I just kept failing my checks, and I kept like.
Mommy told me.
I
Um,
did tuck you in.
Do you need to go back to bed?
You want to come say hi,
Yes, I think-
everybody, and then go to sleep?
Mom.
Come
I
say hi.
secretly wanted to like fly out with y'all, but felt like I wasn't supposed
You blow him a
to.
kiss. Mwah.
Kisses to Princess
You
Isley.
blow him a kiss
Wow.
like this.
These are jammies that Grandma made. Show me your jammies.
Those are awesome.
I like them.
Grandma made feety pajamas.
Did you guys get your card?
Bye bye.
Haley, did you get your card?
I did. It was wonderful. Thank you. Oh, we
I
loved it.
did it. I got a card out.
Woo!
In 10 years, I think I've given you, I got a card.
No Christmas card, but
I
you get
feel
a
ya.
Valentine.
Got a Valentine's card.
Every Christmas, I'm like, should we do Valentine's cards? Because we never do Christmas cards. We can never get them together in time. So I'm always like, maybe we should do Valentine's cards, and then we never do those either. I have like a stack of Christmas cards that we made and never mailed. I found thank yous from our wedding, a box of them.
That you didn't mail?
Yeah, yeah. I'm thinking about mailing them. It's like 10 years later.
Good.
Send them out. But I'll
Actually,
have to
that's
find
a great
everybody's
idea.
address because nobody lives at the same place
They'll
anymore.
all come
But
back because the addresses are different.
Oh no.
no, I'll have to go. I'll have to go look up their new addresses. But yeah, I found like a huge stack of wedding thank yous that they're written, they're sealed, the names are on them.
Oh really?
Yeah, they're stamped.
Oh.
I just literally never put them in the mailbox
It's like
because
she handed me when I got back
I'm
from my
awesome.
Oh.
I had like 10 letters from her. She's like, here for to send you to your mission, but I forgot.
Happy welcome home.
Yeah.
I have all the ones you
That's-
sent me in a binder. I was reading
Oh,
through
yeah?
them. I was reading through them the other day. Yeah, look, I'll go grab it. I've got it out.
Gosh. That's funny.
So that's it. Shouldn't have eaten this.
Ta-da!
Oh, look at that.
I have all of them.
What is that?
These are all the letters that I got from Matt and his companions.
And
Nice.
yeah. Other
Uh-huh.
random missionaries that your
Nice. Elder Valentine.
Valentine gave your address.
Except there was one, this guy like drew a really awesome picture, but it kind of freaked me out. So I think I got rid of that one.
Probably good.
But yeah, that's your handwriting. See?
I can't see it, but I believe
yeah.
that's cool. Haley?
That's awesome. My mom gave me all of the letters that I wrote to them whenever I got home.
Yeah.
So I have them all now. Whew.
TJ said we don't need to wait.
Who is Dabamba 9?
The Bamba 9? I don't know.
Yeah. They're on the Twitch chat.
Oh, did they?
They said first they said, "Oh, Aaron is the dungeon master." Haha. And then who made the overlays? And I said, "Haley." She said she did such a great job, and then she said yeah, she was following, or whoever it is was following along.
I see it.
They
Thank
said-
you for the compliment.
I think Dustin Reed was
Yeah.
going to be for a while.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, if you're still there, hello.
Overlays today. They turn out real good.
Yeah, I thought they did.
What are overlays?
Okay, let's see if he can, like, hold on. That's what it looks like on the stream.
Cool. I need to find it.
You're gonna get this, like, Inception thing happening.
Twitch TV.
Yeah, like a thing with all of our, even if it's just us, but like references. So we'll have like
Oh, yeah.
actual pictures of us, like Matake, or actually have a picture of TJ and a picture of me and a picture of you, and like
Oh yeah, that's
I think
at
we
like
should
different
do that
heights.
on the web page when we get that up and running.
Yeah.
like us as people, or like our characters?
I think us as people would be pretty funny.
Yeah.
But
Well, yeah, Zach
our
is a monster. You're muted, Zach.
he's a what?
I'm not that
You're a monster,
scary.
Zach?
I'm a
No,
giant.
no, not scary.
I'm a
Yeah, he's
giant.
a giant.
How tall are you?
Terminology. Taller than you.
How tall are you, Zach?
Well, since you have both Katya and Haley here.
You're muted again, Zach.
Hold on. Just go around.
Okay.
No, how tall are you?
I'm 6'8".
Really? Wow.
Wait,
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Are we talking real life?
In real life.
Here he's a big guy.
That's incredible.
Wait.
Wow. In real life, he's 6'8".
In real life, you're 6'8". Oh.
Yeah. My character is shorter than I am.
My character is like taller than I am by like an inch.
In real life, I'm like 7'2".
Yeah.
Hey, can
7'2". Thanks, Jack.
can we can I get the map like mailed to me? I want to blow this thing up because I'm interested in looking at this thing.
Yeah. I mean, I just
Google Fandolin.
Oh, it's a Haley. I thought you made this thing. I'm like, this girl is so cool.
No,
like,
I didn't
dang.
make it. I didn't make that.
Okay, Fandolin map.
No, I stole it off the internet.
You didn't make what, our pictures?
The map of Fandolin.
Oh, there it is. How about that?
All right.
Are we ready to resume?
But I will take the cool points anyway. I'm gonna take them.
Take him, girl.
I'll take them where I can get
All
them.
right, this is it. Really quick, just because I nerd out about these things. This is an unsolicited advertisement for Summit Ginger Beer. Okay, this is the greatest stuff ever. If you like ginger ale, like real ginger ale, this is it. This is the stuff.
I like
What
it.
what brand is that one?
It's from Aldi. It's called Summit.
Summit.
We have Aldi's.
We have Aldi.
I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
had ginger beer in the house for like a
the
month.
Jamaican ginger
I
one.
don't really like ginger beer.
The Virgins.
No,
Oh,
you don't
I
like
love it.
Virgil's.
I like butter beer.
The
Virgils, not Virgins.
I like butter beer a lot.
I'd like to give a thanks to our sponsors.
I've never had better
Aldi and.
Oh, you live in Orlando.
He's only been there.
I know.
It doesn't matter.
We're
You should
Disney
get off the
people.
plane and you should just go.
Said voice, we're getting a little loud.
Right.
No.
Well, we would like to go to Orlando at some point, but we have blackout dates for our Disney passes, so I think that we'll probably go during like blackout dates at some point. You know, because right now with Disney passes, we might as well just use the crap out of those.
Yeah.
And so anyway.
Just stay on
Alright,
Collier
so-
and we wrap it up.
So getting back into it. So you guys, Blaine and Matake, you guys have a pretty rousing. You get the whole room kind of worked up, and
Feel like a jig.
people are pretty into this. Yeah, they're like really into this.
Doing an Irish reel on the table.
Yeah, people are like clapping and stomping their feet.
Creating montages.
And by the end of the the performance, people have actually thrown some copper and silver up, and you guys get about 5 silver and about 14 copper.
You're back.
They're kind of throwing it towards the front of the room.
Yeah, just to make it a little bit more spectacular, as I see people like flicking coin at us, I'm gonna focus at it and make it disappear in the middle of the air into my bag.
He's the bag of retrieving.
Holy crap!
To make it just that much more spectacular.
Do I?
All right,
That's awesome.
done.
I'm like,
People are absolutely like shocked.
And so as I see him doing that, I cast dancing lights to give us some like light effects.
okay, I'm gonna druid craft a little bit of wind, so it's like blowing at them, and
So
they're
it's like hair
close to
metal?
the hair, kind of blowing in the wind like this.
Exactly.
Oh, do you have any here?
The room fills with the smell of Matake's BO as the breeze blows by him.
Oh.
Roll a
He
Constitution.
wonders why I don't like sitting in a spooky.
Yeah. So yeah, no, so that goes really, really well. People are just like on their feet, cheering and hollering, and very, very, very entertained. And so yeah, you guys are pretty popular right now. When you guys finish, most people go back to kind of what they're doing. The harmonica player is high-fiving you guys, and eventually kind of gets back to his harmonica work.
So as I start walking away from the stage after a performance, I'm going to turn around, extend my hand, and poof out 10 copper and hand it to the harmonica person, because he was also part of this show. I'm like,
All
"You did
right.
good."
Yeah. He's like, thanks, man. It was good playing with you. Come back
It's always
anytime.
nice to play with
We'll
another
jam.
player.
Yeah.
Will do.
Yeah.
He kind of tosses the copper in his hat. And yeah, he's pretty happy.
Yeah, Matake is very interested in and I'm trying to make a show of like I need 2 extra plates for the ladies in the room, or for however many people. If all of the fellows are downstairs, I want to say, hey, the ladies felt like staying in, but could I get 2 extra plates to take up to them?
Okay. All right. Oh, well, yes, of course. And is it Tobin? Tobin goes back and comes back out with a couple extra plates and puts them in front of you. All right. So now the
Ladies.
tiny ladies. So you make it out the window, and you unfurl your wings, and you manage to. Are you going to fly over, or are you just going to fly to the ground and then walk over?
I'm gonna try to fly over.
I mean, it's like one glide. It's only like a house away.
It's pretty close.
Yeah, it is. It's very close. So you guys, you both kind of fly over, and you land sort of behind Barthen's provisions.
Yeah.
And you do remember that there is actually an entrance back there. There's a little stairway that goes up into the living quarter area, and there is a door there that you could knock on as well if you wanted to.
Do we need to knock, or should we just in?
It's your call.
Yeah, your call.
Katya, what do you want to do?
I say we do at least a quiet knock just to let him know that we're coming in.
We'll do.
Unless you think we should just open the door and go.
You should pick that junk and just
Okay.
scare him half to death.
So there are lights on in the windows, but the glass is kind of it's translucent glass, so you can see that there's light, but you can't see what it is or what any shapes or anything. After a minute, you kind of see movement, and somebody sort of opens a slide and looks out, and you can see that it's Elmar Barthen, and he opens the door a crack. Young Mrs., it's good to see you. Is there something that I can help you with?
Oh, we came for the rest of the party.
No, you came to speak to what's his name?
We came to speak with Barth.
No.
Like, who was it?
Whatever his name is.
Sildar Hallwinter.
Thank you.
Yes, we came to speak with Allwinter.
Oh, Sildar, yes. Come in. And he opens the door. Hold just a moment. So you walk into kind of like it's a really, really small entryway. But there's there's like a bench. It's kind of like a mud room. There's like a bench on each side, and you can tell this is definitely like his personal area, because there's like a pair of muddy boots, just kind of like stacked under one of the benches, and some jackets hanging up. And so you're standing there. A moment later, Sildar comes around the corner, and he looks. Well, hello. I'm sorry to have left you in such mysterious circumstances. However, given the state of the town, I'm sure you can imagine my trepidation and concern. Poor Elmar has taken enough risk just housing me. I try to keep a low profile, but they don't appreciate my presence here. I can say that much for certain. Well, I won't mince words. To be true, I had hoped to speak with Matake over another matter, but I will just tell you that there is trouble in the town, as you have seen. The Red Brands have taken authority over the town. Normally, I would be calling on my brethren in the Order of the Gauntlet to come and restore order, but for reasons unknown to me, they have not responded to my missives. I am headed out in the morning to Neverwinter to investigate and to ascertain what's been happening in the Order of the Gauntlet. For some reason, I've been receiving mixed messages and mixed signals in the last several months. I thought perhaps it was due to the newly elected leadership of the Order, but now I'm wondering if there isn't some kind of corruption. Look, I shouldn't even be telling you this. You're not members of the Order, and we typically keep to ourselves.
Are the heads of all orders in Neverwinter?
I can't speak for the other orders. I can't speak for the other orders, but Neverwinter is the largest city in this region, and so it is our regional headquarters are located in Neverwinter.
Well, what do you ask of us with these red brands?
I just wanted to make you aware. What you do is up to you. I unfortunately can't provide a whole lot of assistance with the red brands themselves. However, if this town is to be set back on a path of restitution to its former glory, the red brands will have to be dealt with. Law and order cannot exist when these ruffians have taken charge. And if we find our friend, our compatriot, blanking on his name, person hired you. Yes, Gundren. If we find him alive at any point, then we certainly will need order to be able to open Wave Echo Cave. Now, I don't know what your priorities are, but I'm growing increasingly concerned about Gundren's well-being. If he is alive, which at this point I highly doubt, then he will be in very bad shape.
I understand.
I was hoping that you would have been able to do more, but I understand there are limitations. I'm not putting any of the blame on you. My duty to protect him initially. If anything, this falls on me. But
do you feel we should go look for him before helping the city with the red brands?
What you do is your business. Again, if we can recover him, the reward stands that I offered, and I just Gundren was my employer, but through time we'd become acquaintances and friends as well, and so I am legitimately concerned for him, regardless of whether he is able to make anything of Waveko Cave. I just wish him well, and I hope that he is not being tortured or otherwise suffering.
Do you want to pass it along to Matake, or do you want us to send him here in the middle of the night? We can send him in the early hours so that you may speak with him directly.
I will leave him a note. I had simply hoped to talk to him. I hadn't planned on much else. To be honest, I haven't fully thought this through, but I'll leave him a note and he can pick it up in the morning.
I am also wondering if you know the whereabouts of Doug.
Doug Ark. Yes. He left town shortly after you did. We sent him with some provisions and wished him well.
I was hoping he might be able to help us some sort of distraction, but if that is not the case.
Before you leave,
Well,
to help rid this town of the red brands, if you know how many are there, and if you could help us dispose of a couple before you leave in the next couple of days.
Well, I'm leaving first thing in the morning, and to be honest, with the conflict that I've had with them already, I think it would be unwise for me to incite any further conflict with them. You may ask Elmar if Wyatt is available. He is still staying here and guarding the premises. But to be honest, I wouldn't be overly optimistic about that, as the increase in the red brand activity has caused increased problems here at Barthen's Provisions. He's needed now more than ever on the to keep the red brands at bay. Really, it's all that anybody can do to keep them from looting and plundering their property.
If we go seeking Gundren first, how long do you think this town can last?
Well, the town can last quite a while. It's all a matter of how much suffering they can endure during that time. The fear here in town would be that people who have no experience in combat would be frustrated enough to rise up, take up arms, and face the red brands themselves. They would ultimately fail.
Understood.
Hey,
So,
you want to send a message to Matake and tell him to come on over?
Oh, I can do that.
it'll be quite all right. It's this matter that I wish to discuss with him is not incredibly urgent. So,
do you have anything else?
Just let him know that I've left a note for him.
Okay, we will do that. I think.
Wait, is he sending a note with them, or is he leaving it at the?
For you to pick up morning.
It's going to be a long time between now and tomorrow morning.
He's just leaving it.
Add the provisions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know where the Red Brand's headquarters are, or where they gather, where the head Red Brand
I've heard
is that?
I've heard that they keep a lot of them stay at the Sleeping Giant Tavern, and it's quite a hotbed. I don't know if they have any sort of order there, or if they've simply imposed themselves on the tavern itself. But I've heard rumors that many of them have been spotted near Tresendar Manor, which is an old, now defunct manor house just a little outside of town.
Do you think they'd be sleeping there too? The numbers
It's possible. The Red Brands are known to get drunk and sleep in the streets on occasion. They could be sleeping anywhere, to be honest.
Do you know if there's a way we could draw them
Of the
of the manor?
I say we go into the
Something
manor
that would
and
entice them
daggers in there.
specifically?
Set fire to the manor?
I was gonna say, can we blow them out?
Probably. I think there's still some Molotov cocktails somewhere.
I mean, are we having
in
table
our-
talk? You guys go back.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we gotta have talks.
Wait till we come back.
Okay.
Well, thank you for your time. We will send Matake in the morning. In the meantime,
I wish you all
hold tight and stay safe. There may be a lot of disturbance in the next 24 hours.
And on your way to Neverwinter.
I wish you all well. If possible, I will return in 4 days with armed men to take care of this Red Brand problem. But I make no guarantees based on the response from the Order thus far.
Okay, we leave.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
We need to stealth out. I'm gonna stealth out.
Yeah.
It's okay. I mean, your original
That was
is sufficient.
That wasn't really bad, meaning it was only in the high teens total.
Oh yeah, it was like 13 total.
So you're able to make it out and make it back to the hotel. You kind of get up through the window, kind of squeeze back through, and room is empty. The boys must be downstairs.
I was gonna say, depending on how long that conversation.
I was gonna say the conversation didn't last too. You get there just in time. You heard while you were talking to Sildar, you heard in the background some very loud bagpipe music, and now you're returning to hooping and hollering and cheers and all that kind of stuff.
I'm curious to find out who's in that room, that the big room that they said was taken.
The single room.
Well, you
Or
said
the
that there
double?
was one of the double.
The double was empty. He offered it to us.
No, there was
No, there was the other room.
the other group room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's another room that has 4 beds.
Mm-hmm. That was taken.
Actually, there's 2 of those in the inn.
Yeah, we got. I would
There's
like to
only-
go and.
I'll
scope
stay in
out
our
those
I'll
rooms
stay in our
just
room
kind
and
of
I'll keep a lookout in the hallway if she does that.
go and check out who's in those rooms.
Why everybody's partying downstairs?
Yeah, while everyone's
Yeah.
partying.
So that's
If
annoying.
they're if they're
Roll Yeah. So you walk down the hallway. Roll a stealth check for me.
If I'm
21. Stealth, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Stealth check 21.
Okay. So you get down. You're kind of peeking in some of these doors.
I'm gonna do my
Several of the rooms look occupied, but nothing in particular looks out of the ordinary.
or any type of
Traveling bags. You see in the single room. You see tools. Somebody's got a bag of tools that look like maybe carpentry tools, and traveling bags. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay, so that's for that major room, the one with the. I guess I'm trying to see if there's any big red brands or anybody staying where we're at, or if I hear any conversation or anything from.
Roll perception for me, just as a general check is true.
That's a 3.
All quiet.
Yeah, inside and outside.
Yeah, she managed to get around not seeing. She just didn't see anything.
My eyes are closed.
What was it?
A 3.
A 3. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you definitely didn't notice anything out of the ordinary.
Super stealthy.
Everything is shipshape.
Some people had pretty underwear.
You're pretty sure that you saw everything there was to.
all right.
I'll head back to the room then.
Okay.
I want to walk upstairs. I'm kind of done with the bagpipes.
Okay.
Back to the room.
Okay, so you go in the room. 3 of you are there. I mean, what does everybody want to do for the evening? It's kind of freed up. We're not.
I said I was going to get plates for the ladies and take them upstairs, and I will do that. Yep.
Yeah, we like food.
I am so ready to eat something that I'm not terrified that was covered with dead
So,
stuff.
If they share with us what they found out, then my end recommendation is that we make our way to the, as I said before, that we make our way to the grove outside of the Alderley farm, probably by way of the Alderley farm, as to avoid the sleeping giant. The only question I have is whether or not Katya sets fire to the sleeping giant before we go, or while we're on our way.
I wanted to at least go in there. So my biggest concern is I don't want anybody who's not a red brand.
You get hurt.
I don't want to kill a lot of townspeople.
I just want to question whether or not we should even be doing this at all. Whether or not we should be going to look for Gundren now and come back to this problem afterward.
I don't think so.
I feel like if
because he said he was going to Neverwinter and he's going to return in 4 days with extra men.
How many days were we gone?
I don't think he's actually going to come back, though. I have a feeling there's some, because
DM, we were gone for like 2 weeks.
How long were we?
Yeah, you guys were gone for about 2 weeks.
When we left the first time, these Red Brand were a minor nuisance. Now they own the town. How much worse will it get?
He said he might come back.
If we leave again.
Also, by the sounds of it, from what you say, Sildar said, there's a chance he won't come back. We don't know.
And he said, work on this for me while I'm gone, or take care of this for me.
Yeah, I think if we left, that this town would be, a lot of people would be dying just with how fast they've taken over.
I
But-
think we need to take a minute to talk about the orders. So I think you all may know that I am of the Order of the Harpers.
Mhm.
Are any of you of any other orders?
I'm of the Order of the Phoenix.
No.
Of the Phoenix. Okay. Great.
My paladin group, Order of the Phoenix.
Yep.
I like the Order of the Phoenix.
I'm of the order of something, I think.
That was
I'm sure there's a
That's
chamber.
that's a little different though.
Yeah.
So your
artisan
factions.
These are the factions.
Yeah. I don't think that anybody else has an official position in any faction, but they would be
No.
But talking
so if you have an inclination towards.
So I think that there might be some disturbances politically with the leaders of the orders.
I agree with that because of the one who's with your Harper crew that's been gone for over a week now.
And he was going to Neverwinter to discuss a completely separate faction. They're not even related. And the coincidence is, I mean, it's astronomical. There's no way that.
You were talking just a minute about going and finding Gundren because you didn't think the red brands were an immediate issue. I mean, sure, if we make our way to Neverwinter, then we find out more about this. But I definitely
I'm not talking about going to Neverwinter, but I just wanted to know if anyone else had heard any rumblings from their orders to see if this is just a coincidence or if there really is trouble.
Going on in Neverwinter, but I think if anything, we need to go in and scope out this where all the red brands are and see what we can do and how many we can dispose of
So,
quickly.
as we talked about
Kind of
earlier, as Rivali so quaintly put it, we need to cut off the head. If you're not comfortable lighting fire to the sleeping giant as a means of distraction, I
Oh, is that
understand.
what we're thinking?
I wanted to take care of the red brands before we left to go deal
Can
with
I
the
finish?
giants. I guess.
So, if you're not comfortable creating a distraction by lighting fire to their inn, then I say we skip it altogether because we do not have time to poke around inside the sleeping giant and then make our way to the manor.
Okay.
Do we think the manor's where the main people are? I'm fine with putting
I hold up my note from the mayor that specifically says they are under the manor.
Okay, then yeah, if you think that's setting fire to it, it
I think
makes me
setting
nervous that
Well, I mean, setting fire to a building, I hope, will take time to catch. The intent is to occupy them with putting out the fire, not with actually necessarily harming anybody.
well, I'm fine with starting a small kitchen fire then, or hands.
Yeah, something that engulfs part of the building but doesn't necessarily threaten everyone's lives. I want them to evacuate and to try to find sources of water and to occupy themselves with fixing that. And in the meantime, we all make our way into the manor.
How far away is the manor from where the
From the
Looks
sleeping
like
giant,
looks like a quarter
the
mile.
difference?
the sleeping giant looks about halfway here for between here and the manor, but we're going into the
Yeah.
forest. And I'd like to not walk straight down that trail towards the forest. I'd rather go down towards Alderleaf Farm. So I'm happy with all of us stealthing. I think we've already spent a fair bit of time talking about this, but I'm happy with all of us trying to sneakily make our way without a distraction. I just was proposing that we light fire to the sleeping giant as means of distraction to help us get into the manor or get into the underground area under the manor.
I like going through Alderleaf Farm area. It's like a we want to go through the side. We don't want to go straight through the middle.
Yeah, I think going through the Alderleaf is good.
Okay. Do you want to
You
sneak
guys
over
think
and
that
set
I
fire,
should?
or should we just leave the sleeping giant sleep?
Is there anywhere, any other building near
Paladin?
the near the sleeping giant we can set a fire that we know is not occupied? That way people can see it and kind of make a panic that way.
Not, but we want to do one that they care about.
Oh, that's true.
Don't they have some of those little shackety things that they've been hanging out in?
We also want to occupy the red brands. If we let fire to something else, they won't care that much.
What do you think?
Yeah. Which is why I think
that
letting fire to
Fire.
the sleeping giant would probably be the best distraction if we choose to have one. And I would recommend to have one, because then that pulls them out of the manor. Any that may be in the manor house will be pulled out. And that way, once.
And we're gonna attack them in the street.
No.
I don't have my
Because
breath
once we
anymore.
cut off,
Stomach.
hopefully, I would not expect their leaders to come out of the manor.
Right.
And if we can cut their head off their leaders, and then perhaps show that they have
Trying to
fallen.
occupy the ants. While we make our way
Yeah,
into
but
the
Alright.
we found out
I'm ready
before we
I'm
left to
ready
go
to
take
light
care
a
of.
little fire. And I do have my 4 arrows, my poison arrows.
We
Still.
found out that the black spider was the leader of the red brand, or we left to take care of the giants.
We found out that the black spider was mentioned in association with the red bands, not that they were necessarily the leader of the red bands. Obviously, somebody is in charge here in this town.
I wish we could find like any kind of like defective red brand soldier that could we could kind of mold to our side and ask questions. I just feel like we need more.
Do I roll my fire?
Could we find out?
Well, we have to
about
decide
the-
if you're okay doing that. We need to set out and do all of that.
Yeah.
What was your question?
I'm ready.
the one we-
Let's get this started.
He's gone. He left town. All right. So I would like to.
I mean,
So, Katya, does anyone want to stealth over with Katya to start fire?
My stealth is horrible.
Oh, Who has fire?
you want to become a bat?
I do.
I can fly around
Fire is-
above,
I have a tinderbox.
and if I have
Fire is
to, I
not
can.
hard to come by.
I still have.
can
I
make
still have.
something-
Fire is not, but immediate fire is.
I still have 2 Molotov cocktails.
Aaron,
I'll give
is
both of them to Katya.
what is the roof made out of? Is it a thatch roof on the sleeping giant? Is it wood? Is it slate? Is it stone?
Imagine it's a wood building.
So the sleeping giant is, it's actually a little bit of it's a little bit in ramshackle condition, but it's it's wood shingled roof that appears to be missing quite a few shingles, and it's kind of patched with tree branches and thatching in those areas.
It's gonna go up fast.
I can light fire with druidcraft,
Oh,
like just a cantrip.
Yeah.
So I can
and you
fly
do
over
that
there.
cantrip in your harness. Oh, that's perfect. So
I can fly over there and light it. And
Yeah. I think
yeah,
that's a good
Mahethamel, if
idea.
you're okay with that, I say we all make our Alderley farm. We let Mel start the fire at the sleeping giant, and then we make our way into the forest.
I don't think that's good. I don't think he's stealthy enough.
He will be in the shape of a bird. Birds won't draw attention.
I got it. I got it because he's in the harness.
Yep. If everyone's in favor, I look around the room.
Yeah.
I.
All right. Well then,
Let's
can I fit out the window? Probably not. I'm guessing if the ladies had to squeeze through the window,
Not without a lot of butter.
but all right.
How late is it at this point, Aaron?
Grease him up.
All right, I'm going to try and tiptoe my way out the back door of the inn.
So
How many people are still in the main room when we go? If we would go back down right now?
I think no big deal.
so
Yeah.
it's it's getting fairly late. So you still see a few people milling around down there, but you get the sense those are probably the guests. It looks like a few people that are, traveling and like in traveler's clothes and things like that.
Okay, so yeah, do we all need to roll stealth checks if we're making our way from the inn to the farm?
I was gonna say, we are basically walking around and watching when we were earlier. Did we see anyone that might have been watching the inn or any of the red brands, like in town?
Do you see anybody that's watching? Make
Like when we were walking around
perception.
earlier. Perception 22.
You didn't see anybody specifically, but you an occasional brand, and every single one of them was looking at you guys kind of sideways. But nobody specifically.
And there was no one following us or anything earlier.
Yeah, earlier he'd said no.
Okay.
Yeah, not that you noticed.
So
Okay.
Burn, baby, burn.
Cap.
All right. So I'm gonna just turn into a
So,
bat.
Aaron, do you want us to roll stealth to get to our elderly farm, or are we just making our way there?
That's up to you guys.
Okay, I would like to stealth.
Yeah.
All right, roll stealth. Brandon, you have disadvantage on stealth, right?
Oh man.
Do I?
Yeah, so will I, because then I'm going to change into my medium armor, I believe.
Oh, because of my armor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much is that
Well, we're gonna
disadvantage?
be a noisy bunch.
How much is that disadvantage by?
You just roll twice.
Roll disadvantage.
Bad too. Oh no.
You roll twice and take the lower of the two rolls.
I know, but that's not good.
Yeah.
16 for me.
I got
Yeah, that's
so
bad.
take the lower of the two.
Uh-huh.
I got a 2.
You're supposed to roll for a stealth.
So roll for stealth first. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I got
okay.
8.
We're very loud.
We're not. We think we're
Okay,
being
I got
quiet.
11 for stealth, and then
Oh wow.
I thought I had passive. I got a
and
27.
then a 2, I guess, for disadvantage.
Yeah. So the two. So you take the lower of the two, and then you add your stealth to it. So
If I got 11
Yeah.
first, so I guess I have a 9.
no. So
Okay.
what was the second? What was your lower roll? What was the number on the dice?
A 2.
And then what is your stealth modifier?
1. So I got a
Okay,
3.
so you got a total of 3. It's okay. It's okay. I got a total of 4 for my stealth.
I got 26.
Gosh.
We lose.
What? You guys, what is wrong with you?
We're not
So
stealthy.
I'm going to turn
I
into a
don't-
bat and make a poof of smoke at the same time, just for effect in the room. No, I'm going to start the fire.
All right.
And then I'll fly out the window.
So you fly out the window, and
I'm gonna fly around because I'm gonna watch and make sure they get out first, and
Okay.
laugh at their stealth.
So do we run into anybody between here and Alderley Farm? Or are we just really loud, stupid people?
I would like somebody to roll a d6 for me.
D6.
Okay.
Cap. I got a 5.
So quick.
You do not see anybody on the way there.
Oof.
Well, you do see people, and they definitely see you guys.
Yeah.
But none
But
of
they're
them are
just
red
normal
brands.
people.
They'll see
Yeah,
you.
you see only, and you only see a couple of them. And people kind of pass, and they kind of nod at you, like, acknowledging you, but they don't say anything. They just keep moving on.
And I'm all do. And they nod at me
You're
like,
pulling a cronk.
yeah, I'm totally pulling a cross. Like, oh, that was good, Corey. That was good. I like that.
Katya's disappeared. She's
Mm-hmm.
okay. So you guys make your way to Alderleaf Farms. Alderleaf Farm. Lights are off at the farmhouse. It does look like the land has been worked recently, but they must be asleep.
It looks like there's kind of a short wall on the other end of the farm.
Yeah.
Just before the forest. I'd kind of like to crouch and wait over there for Mel to return.
How long
Head
have they
over
been
there.
gone?
Okay. Mel, you kind of see them head, and they get to the farm pretty safely. The kind of the edge of the farm, and so you fly back towards the sleeping giant. And what would you like to do?
Do I see any windows open?
Yeah, I mean, there's some windows on the second floor are open.
Okay. Can I fly around? Can
They
I
all
see
have.
if there's anybody? Go ahead.
Oh no! Go. What do you look for?
Can I inside there? Can I see anything? Like, do I see furniture or something that looks flammable?
Yeah,
Like,
when you look in the windows, you see kind of beds, but like bunkhouse style, up on the second floor, and you see there's in every single room there are red brands.
Okay.
Some of them just like one or two, some of them 3 or 4. There's red brands in every room.
Okay, so I'm gonna fly in, because I'm a little worried about just setting it on the. Is there an attic?
Yeah, there's an attic, and the roof itself is wood shingled and has like thatch in some places.
No.
Okay, but there's like an attic up there that is there an attic I can fly
Yeah.
into? Okay, so I'm gonna fly into the attic.
You would have to do some. You would have to rearrange some of the poor patching job on the shingles to
Okay,
get
well, I won't
into
do
the
that. I'm
attic
just
from the
gonna land
outside.
on the shingles, and I'm gonna use some while I'm in my harness. I'm just gonna use my cantrip to cast some fire on some different areas, and make sure that
Okay.
it's and once I see it's catching and it's starting to light, then I'm gonna fly up into the
Okay.
air and I'm gonna hover a little bit just to make sure that it's starting a fire and I hear commotion, and once I realize that, I'll head to the farm.
I would like you to roll a d6.
Let's see.
Make sure that it's starting a fire.
You got 6?
I rolled a 6. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing like feedback.
That's not for me.
I don't know if they can hear it.
Oh, we can hear it.
Oh yeah, we can hear it.
Yeah.
I don't think this is what you want it to be.
Should we play The Roof is on Fire?
The roof is on fire.
Okay.
But
So
for
you successfully light 6 fires on the roof in just various locations, and they start out pretty small at first. Your druid craft, it's not like you create giant flames. It's kind of a small, just enough to like, yeah, like you're starting a campfire. But you kind of hover there a minute and you watch as they begin to grow, and one of them catches on some poorly patched thatch, and it just bursts up into flame. And after a moment, you hear a lot of shouting from the inside, and people come pouring out. You see a lot of just regular people, maybe about like 10 regular people. And then you see a whole bunch of red brands come out, probably another 15 red brands come out of and they're all just shouting and like, oh, they're super angry. Like, what? How did this happen? What happened? Did you guys see anything? and everybody's just sort of in disbelief that this building is on fire. In the distance, you hear a loud bell, ding, 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 and you hear people shouting, "Bring water! Bring water!"
Can we hear them at the farm?
Oh yeah, you can hear. This is really, really loud commotion. So you
right.
can hear even the farm. You can hear the bell start to ring. You see the sky start to light up a little bit, and you watch as there's smoke begins to billow up. In the distance, there's a column.
Against that backdrop.
Why? Let's just go.
Yeah,
Well, you guys can go. I'm waiting for Mel. I don't want to lose Mel.
After I saw it catching fire, I took off and started heading towards the farm.
Okay. It takes you just a minute, and you kind of see them. You see the rest of the party kind of near kind of crouching by a wall that's near the forest.
Okay, then I'm gonna fly over there and land on the wall.
Yeah. Then we head in the forest. Or if they had already started, I now catch up. I now walk into the forest line.
Like, I'm just gonna
Okay.
stay in bat form at this point.
Can I then try and stealth again?
Okay.
Can I try stealth again?
No.
Okay.
One was good enough.
All right.
I'm just gonna be like, Taka, you gotta work on your action. It's not very good.
When the bat starts me yet again, like I freeze.
I would say after he tells you that you weren't very stealthy, you can go ahead and make another stealth roll. Be like, oh shoot, I wasn't that stealthy. Let me try again.
Yay! 17. I take off.
All right.
Oh, it's gonna smell.
No, yeah, that would decrease my stealth ability, I guess.
Yeah.
If what?
As soon as he takes his shoes off, everybody catches a whiff of like mushroom. I'm just kidding.
Like
Once again, I make a druid craft faint smell of honeysuckle.
Chamomile?
Right.
All right. So you guys head into the woods.
Yep. We're looking for the description that the farmer's son was giving of where he saw some red brands come out of kind of a secret entrance or trapdoor or something of that sort.
Mm-hmm.
Be investigating.
Yeah. So would you like someone to roll or all of us to roll?
Yeah. So who's taking the lead on this?
Well, I can take the lead since I can't be surprised.
Well, I mean, whoever.
Okay. Go ahead and. I would say because it's nighttime, you would normally be at disadvantage, but with everybody sort of helping you look for this,
Also,
that would be an advantage. So those will cancel. So just go ahead and make a straight perception roll or investigation roll.
How's that work? Because I have alert. So what is that? How does that work?
It just means
means you can't be surprised.
And you're looking for a door.
Then
We're just looking for perception. Sorry.
perception. My perception's not. Oh, I have good perception.
Perception, right?
All right, roll. I had so that would be-
Investigation.
No investigation.
Oh,
Uh,
that's going into intelligence. Okay, maybe I should.
I have a +5 for investigation.
I rolled a 21.
Ooh, we go for that.
Because I'm not very good in investigation. I'm great with perception.
I had a 16.
I'm plus
Hold on,
perception.
sorry.
It's
There's
real
like a
rough.
weird audio effect. I don't know if anybody else is hearing this, but
Yeah.
I'm
hear
hearing it too.
Yeah.
With us,
Yes.
yeah.
And your microphone is flashing like this.
it always flashes though. So what effect are you having?
It's like
You're
you're
really
Is it
crackling
cutting out?
Like,
you're robotic.
Is it after I dropped it, or has it been like that the whole time?
The last 5 minutes, probably.
I think it's after I dropped it.
Ever since you dropped it.
Oh, now it's just off.
Yeah, we can't hear you guys.
Change your speaker settings. So I'll take the lead because Mel is flying in circles. So I will go looking for the trap door on the ground.
Or wherever.
Do you want me to re-roll?
Well, no. So whatever, because I just figured everybody's sort of helping look for the trapdoor. So I didn't hear what he rolled.
I don't think he said.
Yeah, he didn't say. So
He never got.
we're rolling investigation rolls.
Haley got a 21.
Do what?
Does it still sound bad?
No, that's good.
Oh no, that's better.
But it's like
Okay.
after you're talking. It's not.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
it's
there's
not.
like a delay.
Okay.
We'll have to mess with it.
I don't know what to do.
So what did you roll?
What was your perception
Did
roll
you
or
find-
your investigation?
I didn't roll an investigation
Yeah.
because I decided I need to roll investigation still.
Haley got the 21.
Yeah, whatever your investigation roll. 21?
I have 15, but then I'm a -2 on investigation.
So 13.
Okay, so 13. Okay. So you fly around for a bit, and everybody is helping you look for this door as well. And you guys don't see anything in particular out here in the woods.
All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, there's nothing to see.
Rivali, what are your flying capabilities? How long can you fly? All that armor on. I imagine it's very heavy.
Yeah, I have to take the armor off for me to fly. Is that right, Aaron? Or did we say that wasn't a big deal?
Yeah, no, you have to take it off. It's not because of the weight, it's because it restricts your movement.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll fly
So-
though.
What?
I'll fly. I'll take that junk off.
Well, no, I don't want you to risk your armor. Keep it on. I'm gonna go. Are we going towards the building?
Yeah, if we don't
let's
see
go-
anything in
let's
the
go towards
woods,
it.
then yeah, I would start to make my way towards the manor.
I'd like to fly up and scout in the back of the manor.
Well,
And see if there's anybody walking, or see if I can see anybody going into an entrance.
Well, with the fire going, did we see anybody run out of the manor?
we weren't over there.
Okay. I
We
didn't
were
know
at
if-
the
I didn't know-
fire.
I didn't know if by the wall we could see both sides.
I'm sure there's still probably people running out. So I'm gonna
I can
fly
go-
up and I'm gonna try to go scout around the back of the manor to look
Okay.
if I can see anybody
Out the
coming
manor.
out of a strange location.
Yeah. We should be utilizing our rogue a lot to
And I'm gonna
investigate as
stealth.
well.
I can go and check out the area. You'll get there faster because you're flying, but I can
Yeah.
make my way there.
Let's say I'll slowly start making my way because I see cliff edge.
Yeah,
Like,
let's go to the cliff edge for sure.
yeah, I want to
Yeah.
That first
try
one.
to find the most direct route between where we are and the manor.
I rolled a 22 for stealth.
Okay. Okay. So you fly up to scout ahead, and at the Tressendar Manor, you actually there's quite a few lights, like lanterns, lit up around there, and currently you don't see a whole lot of movement. There's a lot of activity and still a lot of shouting from the area of the tavern, the Sleeping Giant Tavern. So you don't see any movement though by the manor itself, but there was a couple lamps that are lit outside, and even a few on the inside. And it's very the manor itself, the roof, the roof on the third story of the manor is completely removed, and you can even see down into the second floor because some of the floorboards are gone, and that's where you kind of see pokes of light coming through. There's nothing on the third floor, but you can see a little bit down onto the second floor where you can't see anything specific, but you can see that there's light coming through and from out of some of the windows. You kind of go around, you just see it's pretty barren on the inside, but it looks like, maybe people meet here or do something.
Is there a door in the back? I'm
Yeah,
looking
there's a door in the back.
of the way people are going out. I don't want to come in the door that they're leaving.
You're going in?
I know. I'm just looking for a door. But there's a door.
Yeah, there's a door in the back. Yeah, there's a door in the back.
Do I see any cellar doors anywhere?
Not from outside.
Okay. I'm gonna cast message to Blaine and tell them to come to the back of the manor.
Can we scale that cliffside pretty easily, or is that?
Yeah,
is
I would like to try and scale the cliffside.
we need to roll like an athletics check for that or something?
I didn't realize there was a cliff.
Yeah, anybody that wants to roll either athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
Yeah, athletics for sure.
Can I I didn't know there was a cliff. Can I put a rope down from where I am?
By the
I rolled,
house.
I rolled,
If you fly back to the cliff.
I rolled a 25 for
Okay.
athletics.
Where's the cliff?
Yeah.
Oh.
25?
Yeah, for Rivali.
Acrobatics, and then I have
Okay,
25
that's sufficient.
for stealth.
Yeah, you just barely made it with that 25.
I have
Doing back.
a plus
Yeah.
6 on my athletics.
I rolled the exquisite
It
number
doesn't
of
use any
10.
to go up. I don't have to use any more. I use half of my
You don't have
distance. Yeah, I don't have to use my distance.
Okay.
Yeah, I did climb.
I'm still,
Use half of it or
I'm
something.
still flying.
I'm trying to stealth ahead
Okay.
of everyone now
Blaine?
to try to.
I'm just gonna be staring at this wall because I got a 7.
So the big boys are
All right.
You don't know I'm stuck. He hasn't said whether or not a 10 was good enough.
10 is good enough. 7 is not. So you guys kind of start climbing, and Blaine or Matake is kind of struggling, and Blaine, you're kind of going right behind Matake, and just before you get to the top, Matake kicks up a bunch of rocks as he slips a little bit before climbing up over the edge, and they fall right into your face, and you're just hanging on the edge like, oh. But you're pretty close. You're pretty close to the top. Roll. We'll just say you eventually do make it up there. You don't need to roll again. But you just ate a mouthful of like grit and sand, and
Mushroom rocks. Because he doesn't have shoes on.
so who Haley, who did you send the message to?
Blaine. The last
Blaine.
one up.
Okay.
He's still coughing.
What did you send?
All right. So you kind of
The message to come around to the back.
In the manor.
Okay.
I'm sure he conveyed that
so
to
you,
us.
you kind of get to the top, and you're sort of spitting out, and you receive a message.
That way.
I'd like to go on ahead with my
You want to go ahead?
stealth of 25. Yeah, I want to go on ahead and try to scope out this. Do the skulking and.
Are you trying to get in the door?
Yeah, my whole goal is to get in the door, find this guy, and put one of my poison arrows through him.
You don't know what?
Yeah, it's too.
It's just a building.
Yeah.
You don't know what's inside.
We don't know what's inside yet.
But we know that that's where a bunch of the red brands are.
We know that they
And
are
more than likely one of the leaders.
under the manor, is what I said before.
So we're trying to find the trapdoor, right, to get under there to.
Which will probably be in that first level. So I want to go scoping out.
Here you go.
Yeah, I think
Get there ahead and see if I can find the cellar.
Totally use the rogue stealth.
How to get to the bottom, I guess.
Okay. So so you get up there, and you start looking through the windows. Is that what you're doing?
Through the windows?
We're gonna
Are
go.
you? Are
I
you?
mean, I
What do you?
think she's stealthy enough that she can
We're gonna
probably just
go
go
I'm
in.
trying to sneak in to see because we're trying to
I
find.
think she's gonna go in first.
Yeah.
She's gonna go
Yeah.
in first.
She's
We're all going in
gonna
the back
she's gonna
door.
walk
Yeah.
walk
So
past me, I guess.
so as you get up, you actually get up to the manor. You see, like there's no glass in the windows. All of them are open, and like the front and rear door are both like broken off the hinges and like set to the side, so you can just walk in.
That's kind of what I was.
Yeah, and there's on the very bottom floor there is a little furniture like completely trashed, smashed to pieces, and it looks like it's been sitting there for quite some time. The windows are all broken out. You walk into one room and you actually see a piano or the shell of a piano. There are no keys on it. There's nothing on the inside. It's just like this, grand piano, but it's just completely stripped out.
Do we want
There's broken bits of tile. And there's like a lantern, like somebody lit a lantern in the piano. There's a couple benches in there as well. But there's really nothing else to see.
I don't see any type of trapdoor-esque thing.
You would need to roll investigation for that.
Can I also roll investigation?
What kind of lantern is it, Aaron?
You went in with her?
Oh,
Yeah, we're
no.
all
Oh,
following.
Yeah,
I would say.
I think we're gonna follow her.
My goal was to just stay like 10
Okay.
feet behind her, like
Yeah.
let her
I rolled a.
Like,
I got a 20.
SWAT team style. She's the first one to
Okay.
break the corner, and then I'm just following.
Was that a natural 20 or an unnatural?
Unnatural 20.
Give me
Okay.
Oh my
Sorry, and Zach, you were asking a question.
Yeah, I was asking about the lantern. Is it like a plain old lantern? Is it one of the like a
Lighted lantern.
hooded lantern?
It's just a plain lantern. Pretty beat up, actually. It looks like it was probably part of the original house. That's just, it's like some of the metal's rusted out, but somebody has filled it with oil recently and lit the wick.
I'm gonna go through and I'm just gonna start like trying books on bookshelves and like things on walls.
Okay.
Like I'm trying to
So,
find switches.
so as you're in the room with the grand piano, Katya, you notice you're kind of walking through these benches, and then you notice something that catches your eye is that there's a deep scratch in the wood where it looks like the piano has, and this looks very like it looks recent, like the piano has pivoted. Like one of the back legs stays in place, but the piano itself looks like it's been rocked sort of in a circular motion.
Well, this is going to be an interesting thing because I was just imagining that lantern being in my bag. Does it move?
You imagine what?
The
The
lantern itself
He wants to
being
know
in my
if the
bag.
lantern is unattended,
Or is it-
or if it's separate from the piano case, just the lantern by itself.
The lantern itself. The lantern, as you focus on it, the oil vessel inside the lantern disappears.
Wait, so now I just have
Oil and
Oil.
fire inside the
in
bag.
my bag? Or what exactly is?
You have oil in the back now.
Yeah, oil.
So I just have oil without any container in the bag.
Correct. All over everything.
Eric, can I?
Well, no, that's not how a bag of holding
It's
works.
in a vessel. It's in a
Okay.
vessel.
Also,
A small vessel. So you have a vial of oil.
And there's no air in the bag, so the fire wouldn't continue by
Yeah.
itself.
well, it would continue for a little bit, but it would go out after a while because I
Has no-
think it has enough air for. I think it's 1 minute for a single person to breathe.
Oh, right.
Aaron, I
Not
rolled.
anymore.
Approximately.
I rolled an unnatural 20 on a perception check on the piano keys.
There are no piano keys.
Oh,
The
no
piano
piano
keys
keys?
are missing.
Okay, so
They're
how?
nothing.
You know
So,
those keys are gone, like for real.
Did Katya point out
How'd
the?
you like it to? Yeah. If you guys are there now.
Yeah, we're
Oh
here.
yeah. See, now
We're
my
just
brain's
here.
just like, why is the lantern still here? And I'm just gonna go over and pull on the lantern because like I wanted this.
And that's what opens up the piano.
It's attached. The reason why is because it's attached to the wall. It's like nailed to the wall itself.
Oh, I thought the lantern was sitting on the piano.
No. It's like
Can he think
these are
So if Katya
lanterns that are attached to the wall.
Okay.
What if Blaine imagines the piano in his bag?
No, I don't
Isn't
want
that
a piano in
space?
my bag. However, now this room is very dark, so I'm assuming Rivali can't really see anything.
So when Katya says that the piano moves, Matake will go over, looking at the pattern, slide the piano over,
Yeah,
like
okay.
pivot it.
Okay.
You strong.
So as you slide the piano over, once it kind of hits, it sort of settles into a place right at the end of that scratch mark, and you hear and then you hear click 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 click
Hold on, we're all gonna die.
after a minute you hear ding.
We're gonna die right now.
No, and then the floorboards that were underneath the piano pop up just a little bit.
I'm like, what's poor designmanship here? I don't know why that was so hard. And
That must have been loud as heck.
Yeah.
Brandon, do you use a sword, correct?
I do, yeah.
Seeing that you probably can't see right now with it now taking the light source out of the room.
Well, I have the goggles of night.
Oh, you do have those. I forgot you had those.
Yeah. I'm seeing
Never mind
everything.
then.
Okay, well.
Hey, wait,
Shoot.
Katya, are you gonna use your dagger? That
Do you
flame
want to
dagger?
use it?
Yeah,
I
I'll
wasn't
use
gonna
it.
to stealth, but if you want to use it, it's all yours.
Yeah, I'll use it. I'm gonna use it.
Yeah.
To pry open
Does that
That'll be
require
good for this
attunement? I don't.
You did not send the specific. You didn't say requires attunement on any of the items,
Right.
so I don't know.
Was it a flame
Well,
tongue?
it said for the flame
flame
tug,
tongue.
it says it
Flame
has
tongue is
attunement.
attuned.
Dang it. Okay.
Yeah,
Never
then
mind.
leave it with her.
Well, okay.
I thought I did specify requiring.
Maybe you did. I don't remember.
Can I walk over and use my sword and
Yeah,
kind of like
there said
pry?
there was an attunement for the. I don't know what that means.
Is there? I'll just.
Are we
grab
gonna go downstairs?
Yeah.
my regular?
Hey,
Why do we need a?
Aaron,
It's super dark in there.
would you like
Yeah.
me to switch to the
And I'll just
shared
grab.
play field now?
Is there a torch around there that I could grab?
We all have
Map.
The map, the app map.
Oh. I'm the map. Yeah, so it depends on what you guys want to do. So we can end here. It is
I want to put a dagger
11:20
through someone's heart.
No.
because the next section is going to take a while.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because the next section is going to be a lot of battle and a lot of
Because
battle.
we're going down.
Because what floor are we on right now?
Sorry.
You're going down in an earth
We're on the
round.
first floor, I think.
Down, 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 in a burning ring of fire.
Because we don't. I would almost say we clear out the first floors of the before we go downstairs.
Sure, you want to do that? Let's go hunting for some bread bran.
Why?
Because I know we're supposed to be careful of the basement, but I don't necessarily know if this is the basement they speak of. For all I know, we know, this could just lead us to back to the forest.
As you guys are standing there talking about what you want to do, the trap door opens up a little bit more, and you see somebody go, "What the heck?"
I want to punch him.
Grab him.
Yeah, I grab him quick.
Poke him in the eye with the sword.
We'll as soon as they pop their head up and say, "What the heck?" we're gonna end our session there.
Oh, the cliffhanger.
It's like the third session of talking.
No
Yeah.
dagger in the eye.
Sorry, guys. Sometimes it's just like that. You guys had you have to remember though. You had like that orc battle that just was like that was the entire session.
That was like 2 sessions, wasn't it?
Yeah, basically. Well, you went in.
Well, the fight was one session.
Fight was one session, and then the getting out was the second session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So you're gonna have some of each. I actually thought we would roll dice tonight. I honestly thought that you guys were going to start some crap with the red brands at the entrance. So,
I was itching so
You
bad.
really did.
Yeah, I wanted to a little bit.
I was prepared. I thought that you were gonna throw it down, which would have made tonight a very different night.
See,
Oh.
we probably would have, except for the fact there was just so many of them.
Well, for me, it was the fact that
Nah.
none of them started it. Like
Me too.
Oh yeah,
For-
sure.
for Matake, like he wasn't.
She's not. Emily's
He
not
was-
gonna pick a fight.
He
but-
really wanted to just wind up with that hammer, but he was waiting for somebody else to misstep first. Like,
Yeah. Like, if they had, like, prevented us from entering the town,
Oh yeah.
we probably would have thrown down right then and there.
oh,
Yeah.
honestly, all they had to do was give me serious grief. That's all. He was looking.
just poking.
Yeah. All I needed was just a little push.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was waiting for the mama jokes and just let it go, but
Yeah. It never happened. So he kept going.
Your mama's so
I'm a little surprised.
Yeah, it's almost like Matake learned something from the time he started a fight with the.
Almost as if.
all right, Aaron, end the
Well,
stream. We'll
we're
turn it off.
about to get ourselves in the exact same situation. You
All
guys
right.
realize
Thanks
that.
everybody for watching.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
How many people are on right now? There's 2 people. I'm one of them. Who's the other 2?